Hello everyone and welcome back to my review channel, and today I'm going to be doing another 2 issues of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Uh, I'm going to do 2 issues for a reason, but this is going to be issue number 4 of the new series of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So we got this number 4 issue, and I'm also going to be doing the first issue of the micro series Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles of Ralphael. This is the first issue of the micro series. Now, if you already know about the micro series, it's happened before in the original TMNT series back in the day, in like the 80s. Eastman and Lynch did their own little micro series then, so it's just like another way to do that again. I like that stuff. I liked it then. I like it now. But let's go ahead and start this issue 4 of Ninja Turtles. So right now we get to start off with Ralphael and Casey Jones in this park, surrounded by Hob and his little gang members. So now they get in a tussle. They're in a fight in this park in the middle of the night, and then it goes to like the backstory of with what happened after the Foot Clan escaped with like the bag and the ooze and stuff. So now April has to talk to the cops about what happened, and that leaves Baxter Stockman and the other scientist there to try to figure out where's the ooze, where's the specimens. So this is the first time you actually get to hear Baxter Stockman mention Krang, and he mentions it as in like most of our components came from Krang. This is getting awesome. So first mention, as far as I can remember, that's the first mention of Krang. And Baxter Stockman, they're trying to find, talking to the scientists, trying to find, like, you know, if we can get any more samples of the ooze, where's the specimens at, realize everything's screwed up now. And then up pops Hob. Fully grown, he's cool now and says, hey, if you're looking for your specimens, I'm your man. I'll find them. Basically. And so that didn't take too long. It probably I'm guessing, I think roughly 30 minutes is a good little time span, and that's pretty quick to be fully grown, talking, you know, putting up correct sentences and speech and everything, you know, able to talk just normally. But anyways, from there it shoots back to the present where Hob and the gang, well, let me see. My bad. Back to I should mention this. In the backstory, it also showed the last couple pages where it shows Raph just like 10, 15 feet away from like what happens, the little battle between Hob and Splinter while they're still cat and rat form. Now, in the middle of this fight, this is the whole reason this series is kind of happening this way. They're trying to find Ralphael. Ralphael got lost. And when I'm looking at this picture and it shows them all together, I thought, when I originally read it, I thought Hob picked him up, carried him away, and then they got in a little tussle themselves, Raph and Hob, and then, like, you know, that Hob left and escaped, you know. And that's how he got lost. But when I'm looking at this picture, the Raph is only like 10 or 15 feet away, around the corner. He's in eyesight of the battle of Hob and Splinter, and really can only be feet away from the turtles themselves. So it was just like, it didn't really show much of an aspect of like being so close yet so far away, and it throws me off. I'm like, okay, he really wasn't that far away to begin with. How'd he get lost? So that threw a little confusement for me a little bit. It was like, was he really lost? How did he really get lost? But anyways, it just didn't show the whole aspect of like so close yet so far away. Anyways, let's move past that. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Let's just move past it. Back to the present. They're in the park fighting. Hob, Casey Jones, Ralphael. Well, Ralphael and Casey Jones are fighting against Hob and his crew of henchmen. So, that's when they all pop up. The other 3 Ninja Turtles, Leonardo, Donatello, and Michelangelo, show up. It's like, hey, is that him? Yep, that has to be him. Can't be anybody else. That's our bro. So they get in a fight, and it gets to the point where Hob and Raph fight mano a mano, and Raph like pretty much beats him up pretty bad, where Leonardo himself has to stop it. So it's pretty cool. Leonardo's like, no, he's beaten. We don't go that far. Let's take you, but let's go home, man. We're your brothers. Let's go home. And by the final page, it's pretty much Raph's back at home in the arms of Splinter, and everyone's like a happy family again. Let's see if I can get this last page in here. Yep, everyone's a happy family again. That's like the last page. So yeah, there's issue 4. Now, let's get into the first issue of the micro series. Ralphael, first issue of the micro series. Now, I have some questions about this after rereading it, but I'll get to that. Basically, this is Ralphael's story. The micro series focuses on each individual, be they turtle, rat, or human. Casey, you know, April. Casey. The story is of Raph, but he is with Casey Jones, and they are on top of like the buildings, New York buildings, like just like looking for crime and people to beat up purse snatchers and whatnot. And that's pretty much what they're doing. They're able to help one old lady get her purse back, and then they get caught by, they feel like they find a couple of the thugs beating up on somebody. And they've got to try to go stop it. And they realize it's not a human. It's really a wolf-type creature. Or fox, really. A fox-type creature. See if I'll try to find a good picture while I speak of. But yeah, turns out it's really a fox-type creature. They figure they could trust it. And Raph, like, I'm going to go take him to my brothers. Maybe they know maybe he's like us, a mutant or something, and my brothers will know what to do. But on the way there, here's a picture of it, by the way, the fox. But on the way there, Ralphael comes to the realization that maybe everything isn't what it seems. So he plays a little trick, and it comes to light that the fox creature is really out to find where they live, maybe, and he's not there for the reasons that he should be there. Like, he was obviously a setup for Raph or someone to get caught up in. So they get in a fight, and let me see, yeah, and the fox is able to like use a flashbang type of grenade or something and get away, and then Raph goes to talk to his brothers about it, and they come up with a plan and realize what they need to do. And of course, Raph like breaks like two of the rules that Leonardo like set out. So I mean, it's typical. But yeah, but that's pretty much what happens here. By the end of the pages, you get to see the fox talks with the other two thugs, which were beating him up in the beginning. Realize that, hey, they were talking like, hey, this is really what they were doing. We almost got them. And by the last page, you get to know who they're talking to, which is a Foot Clan member, which they obviously have to be Foot Clan members. So you get to realize that now. But who's that shadow? Big, giving something away really big right here. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, there's the end of that. I do have a quick questions, like I said before about this. Ralphael, this issue came out right after issue 4. So I figure it's the same. I'll keep it this way, and it should be in the same continuity feel. So I'll keep it like this. I'll just bring out the micro series when they came out to begin with. So I figure when I read it, I was like, okay, this has to be the same night as when Casey Jones and Ralphael first went out, and when the Ninja Turtle and when the rest of the brothers found him. So it has to be all in the same night. It makes sense to me, but rereading it, I realized, it's funny, I realized that, but Ralphael has his mask on in the whole thing. So this can't be that night. This has to be a night, or if nights afterwards, after that happened. Now you could say, oh, that happened in the next issue, but in the next issue, it's nothing like that. It's like he doesn't get his mask yet, basically. Not yet. Like, I think he might get his mask next issue, but still, it would have to be after that. for this to happen. So I'm trying to. I don't understand where it is. I thought it would be. This would be that night. It would give it a much better feel to me if it was like that night, like in the continuity feel of it. I would like that more. I felt like that's what he was trying to do in the first place. I felt like that's what they were trying to do in the first place, but it just obviously didn't come out that way. But yeah, that was my only questions about it. Other than that, this is the first appearance of this fox, which is obviously you realize the fox has been mutated himself or herself. I don't even know if it's a boy or a girl. It could be either. But it was obviously had something to do with the ooze. And yeah, but that's about it. That's the whole thing. And yeah, in a nutshell, or in a turtle shell. But yes, that's it for me. That was these two again. TMNT new series issue 4 and micro series issue 1. I will be keep doing these in the order that they came out in. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for your time. Thank you for watching. Leave all your questions, comments, suggestions down at the bottom. I will try to get back to them as soon as I can. Thank you guys, and have a good day. Bye.